Market conditions remaining bullish in this bull market with a bull market rank sitting at 25.23 towards the upper end of the momentum range. We are seeing a nice improvement here in momentum back to the upside here, back into that bullish trend location. S&P 500 getting very close to a breakout at that 564 on SPY. Also seeing breadth improving nicely. Sentiment in the upper end of that range as well. You'll see a little bit of divergence here happening on sentiment, where we are getting some lower highs, or excuse me, higher highs on the market and some lower highs on sentiment. That'll be interesting to see if we are getting a little bit of positioning here on the downside for some institutions. We do see buy-sell ratio, which is continuing to improve. We're back up to 2.45 now, and that is expanding as we're seeing green above red. That means bulls are in charge at this point. Into the indices here, if we take a look at S&P 500, you can see that chart, upper momentum zone above the 236, back in the above that 550 559, 560 range. 565 could be the upper level of that. It's a nice cup and a handle pattern potential breakout location for S&P 500. Keep an eye on that one here in the short term and long term. Dow Jones Industrials also already there. Really nice support, good confirmation bounce here on that 402 level. We're continuing to see the long term bonds improving as we're coming up on a Fed rate cut tomorrow, and the question is going to be, how much is that going to be? The bond markets are still anticipating a nice cut of some kind. SHY, the shorter end of the yield curve here, we're seeing that bond price move higher again. As bonds move higher, yields are moving lower, so we're just keeping an eye on that current trend of the overall long-term and short-term bond markets. Sectors are continuing to improve here. We've got the bulk of those, the vast majority, in both short-term uptrends and in momentum. Currently only two, tech and financials, trying to keep up. Energy trying to shift here. It's got a short-term up signal now. We're seeing commodities, gold and silver, both doing well. Silver back up into this momentum location above 27, and gold is already there and having some nice breakouts. Let's see how it did yesterday. Relatively flat, but after a nice breakout confirmation move, a little bit of quietness there in gold. And USO up 1.5% yesterday, still has some significant work to do to be able to break through all of this resistance. Muscle stock group, we're continuing to see biotech, medical names, PLSE, nice looking confirmation bar in momentum and increasing volume, back up to around that $20 range and in momentum. Good looking momentum structure right there, trend profile. Also seeing some other names that are coming in here, like consumer names like EAT in momentum, good confirmation bar, and then also seeing where was it? Rocket Mortgage. So we're seeing mortgage companies in anticipation of lower interest rates, also finding some strength in this last trading session. That'll do it for today's update. Everyone have a fantastic day today.